guys, let's get down to the field. And the Gators will put total leather and will get started. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Give to the back. And he's tackled at the line of scrimmage. The first play does nothing.
Well, you see the defense make a big play there in the RPO, and they're doing it because they're starting to load the box. If you're the play caller offensively, you might want to think about having your quarterback keep the ball and then try to throw it downfield.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Looking to throw, it's Hoover. Fires to the middle. That's caught. It's McAllister. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Looking to the big tight end. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49. So the opening drive of the game, and you spit it up. That's not the way to get things started.
Coaches are always preaching about not committing penalties and winning.
Takes it the other way. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks for the first down.
That's a really good-looking run. I tell you, it's not easy to start at the running back position for the Florida Gators. When you think of where they can recruit in the state of Florida and really nationally, they've got a lot of the best around the country in high school wanting to come play here. So it says a lot if you're RB1 in this offense, but this dude shows you why. Speed and playmaking ability all day long.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to go.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Corners are going to bail. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
Man, that's not the attempt you wanted to start the game. First pass of the game, interception. Man, just this is where you go over the sidelines. You have a good talk with your coach. You settle down. It's not the end of the world. It's one pass, but that is not the start he had in mind today.
That's caught. It's Barnes. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Back to throw. It's Hoover. The sweet feet buy a little time. He's got it. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
First down for this offense. Looking to throw on first down. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Oh, man, what a missed opportunity. Big fella almost got to run with the ball. Instead, it falls incomplete and brings up 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll try the run. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Showing the arm strength to the left. And he makes the catch inside the 15.
Look, I know this offense didn't have the opening drive of the game they would have liked, but the defense now came away with a massive takeaway. Now you're seeing how that affects the offense. They're playing with a little bit of a pep in the step. Nice throw there, getting the first down. This offense all of a sudden looks a whole lot different than what they did the last time out.
Going to swing it on second down. Snags it. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it first and goal from the 1.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
And the Horned Frogs are threatening on first and goal. Powers forward. And this offense hoped to just run it in, and the defense was having none of it. No gain. Ball remains at the 2. And the D deny them on second and goal. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
And that's a good job by this defense, man. You drop back, you play really smart, play sound. Understand, there's not a lot of field to cover, and they couldn't fit the ball in a window. Good pass defense.
They're going to throw it on third and goal. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! Fit it in the window for the score. Who cares about double coverage? Just get it in there, give your guy a chance, and it worked out that time.
And the receiver would definitely agree with you. It's a little bit risky, throw it in traffic, but trust your guy. You know, he's going to go up, make a play in the end zone. You can tell you've thrown that ball to him, and you trust him, and he goes and rewards you.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Ball. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. He's going to fire deep. Makes the grab down the left side. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
What a throw on first down, the first play of the drive. And I think sometimes quarterbacks are given an alert on a specific play. And what that means is maybe the ball was supposed to go to somebody else. But in pre-snap, if the quarterback sees it.
He lost it high and deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Behind the chains now on second and long. Trying play action. Oh, they're after him. Trying to escape and get it himself. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. We've reached the break, and TCU is holding the lead. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. Looking to throw, it's Lagway. Right down the middle. He makes the catch.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. The receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Turning it on. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
You know, you better form tackle better on defense. You had a chance to make a big play, missed the running back, and as a result, he's getting positive yards. Defense has to do a better job of finishing.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. The Gators started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Back to pass. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very active.
And that's a live ball behind the line. They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster?
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep two hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
That earlier sack really set them back, but they'll still go for it here. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Touchdown, Gator! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
And this quarterback really does a great job of seeing the defense, seeing what kind of coverage they're in. And I think when this offense goes empty and they spread the defense out, it just makes it so much more simple for the QB to see what the defense is doing pre-snap and then post-snap. You can tell he's playing in a great rhythm right now because he's seeing the field, and these empty sets are really helping him.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Scanning the field, it's Hoover. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Beautifully thrown ball, terrific catch, and they'll have the first down. After the big play to start, now they are on the move at their own 45. Looking downfield on first down. He hurls one deep down the left side. He's got it on the outside. And he's brought down after making the big catch, but not before he picks up more than 40. Huge play, puts them in the red zone, and now they'll snap it 1st and 10 from the 15. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Grabbed over the middle, it's Payne. Hard running there. Takes it all the way down to the 4 after making the grab, and they're set up. The Horned Frogs will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. He'll set up to throw. Back's got it. And with a hallelujah land. Touchdown, TCU!
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. Fielded in the end zone, it's Hawkins. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Off play action on 1st down. Moving away from pressure. Across the 25, he's got room. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide at the end.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
This quarterback is living dangerously now. Threw a pick earlier in the game, and he almost threw another one right there. These windows are tight. He's got to be really good with his decision-making.
This sophomore learning when to just do it himself. They'll rush to the line, clock stop for the 1st down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. Off the play fake. Going to try to get it himself. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. Looking downfield, it's Lagway. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack first down. You've just thrown an incompletion, so third in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
Let's see what they find in the playbook for third and long from the 43. They'll run play action. Flushed out of the pocket. He's not afraid to go deep. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down.
Hey, when you speed quarterbacks up like this and you hurry their thought process, they're going to make mistakes. That was a mistake there. Throwing into double coverage, obviously not something you want to do. Could have been worse. Nice job by the defense.
He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Wants to throw on first down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And, David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
Coming out with it, it's Hawkins. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half, we'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. He's going to let it go. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left. One more snap coming before halftime. Now the play fake. He'll take another shot here. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half. And the Horned Frogs will kick it away to crank up the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Hawkins. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Oh, he wants it all. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit in coverage that forces the incompletion.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Defense backing up, trying to keep everything in front. Off play action. Keeps looking downfield. He'll go out of bounds at the 28-yard line, and deep in your own end, you need plays like that. The Gators getting set on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Trying to make magic with his feet. They get him down after the scramble, but he's able to pick up a few and turn it into a positive play. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Back to throw, it's Lagway. Avoids pressure. Keeps it and gets past the chains. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself?
You got to be impressed with the quarterback on that last play because he's already been sacked a ton of times in this game. He knows he does not have a lot of time to survey the field, get through his progression. So as soon as he feels a lane to take off and run, he's going to take it. And a really nice job that time, showing off the athleticism and picking up the 1st down.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, you can see the mindset of this offense changing quickly. We're in the late in the 3rd quarter. They're down on the scoreboard. They've got to get aggressive. They've got to throw the ball if they want a chance to win this game. But the defense knows it. It's going to be really hard for this quarterback now. The windows are going to be small like it was that time throwing the incompletion.
And the Gators headed quickly to the line.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them, they're right back on.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11.
And this quarterback, man, you've seen him have some success, so you know he'll take off and run. The defense was ready, man. Nice job. This 2nd half, this is a critical part of it. Don't let him beat you with his feet.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Got it in the middle. It's Sturdivant. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game.
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. The play action fake. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. And now this offense will try to overcome that 2nd down incompletion. Fires to the middle. Another incompletion on 3rd down. With a double-digit deficit here in the 2nd half, they're going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And is going to be batted down. They'll turn it over on downs.
I love when defenses are smart enough to swat the ball down. Don't go for the pick, especially on 4th down. They knock it down. You get the ball anyways. Nice job by the defender.
He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. To the air. It's Hoover. Here's the pressure. Just gets rid of it before the heat. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Catch in the middle, it's Payne. Tackle is made at the 25-yard line, and that'll bring up a 4th down.
Yeah, and that's one of those where you just look at the coverage. You're looking down the field, taking away all the options, making sure you don't throw that ball downfield to get the 1st down. The only option, check it to the running back. Now I close that space. Nice job tackling.
And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. And they'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. Off the play fake on 1st down. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
This quarterback is thinking to himself, I need to get an NIL deal at some restaurant so I can take my offensive line out and feed them more, because I don't think they like me very much right now.
And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Taking it the other way. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, TCU! The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, and he didn't. the pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Hawkins. He stopped there, but a good return coming out of his own end zone gets him to the 28. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. The DBs will back off a bit. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Grab near the sticks. It's Brown. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Makes the grab. It's Hansen. Out of bounds right at the 20-yard line. Edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score. That's the end of the quarter, and TCU has the lead. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Trying play action. Finds his big tight end. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. To the air, it's Lagway. Touchdown, Florida! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity. On to attempt the try. And it's up and good. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. 14. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Going for the big play. Incomplete, and very lucky that one wasn't picked off. And man, could they have used that? It'll be second down.
Oftentimes as a quarterback, when you have success early, you earn the right to take more shots. And I think that's what you're seeing now in this game. We're here late. They're still throwing it deep because this quarterback's thrown 3 touchdown passes. He's proven to his coach that he can get it done and he can make the right decisions and not put his offense in harm's way. And that's why you're still seeing them throw it vertically downfield.
The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on third down. Unloads quickly. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points now. They get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Back to pass on second down. Caught in the backfield, it's Payne. Stopped at the 46-yard line, but give him 10 yards and the first down.
You got to love how they just continue to do what they do. It's the fourth quarter. You got a lead. There's no reason to get conservative. We're a passing offense. Great job on first down. Better job on second down. This offense continuing to stay in a rhythm.
The Horned Frogs will snap it on first and 10. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense. Now, they got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Back to pass, it's Hoover. Gets it to him on the screen. There he goes. They'll make the stop, but not before.